What's up everyone? We're going to be playing in the puppy pack today, hopefully getting a 5 of a kind. There are a bunch of interesting 5s that I can actually go for, so I'm kind of excited. This is a relatively weak start, I would assume. Maybe I should have taken the ferret because it does buff up the gecko's HP, but I kinda like taking double malt and maybe transitioning away from the gecko. Thankfully we do get a win. You can take this in multiple different directions. Now that we have one, we can even start grading a little bit with the gecko. And now that we have double mod, you can even put two together up at the front and they will buff each other. I guess we do this, setting up for multiple level ups. If you were to play versus, this is never a good idea, I don't think, because you want to be just hedging for 2 level ups and taking the value from those, but instead of that we'll be greeding for triple level up, because imagine we get stuff like triple hatching check or like tropical fish plus hatching check plus owl. Even something like puppy could be amazing. Hoopo bird kind of also good. We find our first level up and we are going to be getting a Pangolin. Is pretty interesting with the gecko because both of them want to have toys on the team, but I think what we're going to take is actually just this tropical fish. We are interested in a lemur or a puppy. We can take a puppy from a level up, even though I don't think we'll have the gold anymore to do so. Hatching chick also very interesting, as is the owl, one of the units I mentioned wanting to get. But I think owl with very little synergy on the team. I think just hatching chick is going to be the play for us. We can do this for positioning. We don't need the extra attack onto this guy because he already has low HP. We can just make this guy relatively big. Or alternatively, we could make the tropical fish kinda big because it has the most HP on the team, excluding the mod of course, as it cannot buff itself. Another small micro optimization, but I think it is necessary for us to do so if we want to have a chance at winning. Unfortunately, our opponent is just a better version of ourselves, but we're not too stressed. Honestly, I would sell double beaver right here. We don't need to go for the level, instead we can get the extra gold and the extra stat points. Unfortunately, one of the beavers hit another beaver, which you hate to see. But I think we have pretty decent chances of finding a toy. This is a toy, but I would rather find a lemur. Since we are rolling for netting beta, I don't feel too bad about greeding this. And yeah, I think indeed we shall take the balloon, I guess. Tennis ball I can't see being very useful, and we position like so. This is gonna be a 7-9. And the extra 4 attack from the mod I think is going to secure us a victory, so we don't even need the tennis ball. We should be extremely dominant right here. Even though once again they have something very similar to ourselves, we're just incredibly powerful, we win quite easily. I don't think we want a level on the ferret, instead we're going to be rolling for tier 3s that we already have. Puppy is the reason why I considered not taking the balloon for a second, because lasagna is gonna be so much better. But I think we can pass up a puppy for now. Pass it up, look for doubles, and here we indeed find one. Sell the ferret for it. Garlic can be interesting. I don't know what I want to be doing. This is kind of a weird configuration, but I think it can work. We continue to roll for levels. Lemur I don't think is necessary. Did we have to freeze the puppy in order to guarantee a toy for the gecko on this upcoming turn? I'm not really sure. Maybe we win without even needing the toy. But this leads me to believe that maybe we kinda did need the toy. Levels are also very important though, especially when you're going for 5 of a kinds. And here I suppose instead of getting 2 extra HP, which is just gonna be 1 extra HP since we are going to be combining these, I think a hatching chick is just going to be more useful than the rest of the stuff. We can position like so. Garlic is kind of interesting, but we once again want to roll for levels. We indeed find 1 level up. If we are super lucky, we can actually even consider... I think this positioning is actually the most proper way to go about this, by the way. But I think, like, if we can greed until turn 9 level ups, tier 6s are the most suitable for 5 of a kind, so we would really enjoy to get some of those. We win here because of our great positioning, you love to see that. We can greed using a pie, or we can get some stats with the hatching check. I think both options are fine. What do we have on tier 5 that could potentially serve as a 5 of a kind? Stonefish could be pretty good, goat could be pretty good, panther I think can also be decent. Other than that, I don't think the rest are very good 5 of a kind candidates. Let us take it, I suppose. We do have a level up right here if we want it. Speaking of panther, we did manage to find one, so we're going to do this and perhaps even like so positioning wise. Caterpillar is interesting because it does provide us a level up on turn 9 if we take it right now for free. Question is, can we afford to win without this 8/8 gecko? And that's very difficult of a question to answer, to be honest with you. Maybe we do this. I think, honestly, I think we're supposed to get the level up because I don't see any easy way for us to win if we do not do this. I mean long term, of course. Dark can also be interesting. Level 2 Chili dealing 10 damage I think can be pretty interesting. But I guess we have to sell something for it, which I suppose would be the mod. In which case we want to buff like so. Very difficult positioning wise. How do we want to do this? I suppose like so is the correct positioning. Getting max buffs on the Panther. Mod is going to be sold, but we can't afford to buff anything else if we want to have at least a slight chance of winning, so... Or I guess we can do this. We do this, we just surrender the fact that we're not going to be getting any extra HP and we just roll like so. I think we got extremely weak on these turns, but it's good because level 2 Pie, level 2 Chili is extremely overpowered. Here we go, a level up for next turn, a half level as well. We can potentially put our eyes on this guy. I think it would be worth it because we're most likely not keeping him next turn. We're most likely selling for the tier 6 that we're going to receive. Unfortunate that we didn't get a Tar level up, but what can you do? I wonder if you consider me overthinking all of this. I actually quite enjoy min-maxing like so. And would you look at that? It gets us the draw. I think it's specifically the HP of the Caterpillar that we gained via the tropical fish that made the difference. We can save these two up. Maybe they prove to be useful. Let's take a level. We have double elephant seal. Double elephant seal with Panther. Double elephant seal in general is extremely good because we are one away from the level 2. And level 2 elephant seal is probably the best scaling in the entire pack. It gives us 4 50/50s basically, which is unachievable by something like the dragon. I think we take it. We take this one as well. We roll for chocolate. We find it immediately, which you absolutely love to see. And even the Sauropod. This actually leads me into potentially going 5 of a kind Sauropod, which can be very interesting. I will take it, I think. Double Poodle in the shop as well, even though I think it's going to be not that good for us. We have to rely on the Panther pulling its weight for a little while longer while we buff up the Sauropod right here. We can even start scaling up with the Elephant Seal. Thankfully we do get to erase the stuff, and we even get to win out of all of this. That was extremely unlikely, to be honest with you. I think we take Chocolate on this guy, because at level 2 it resets the triggers, and therefore we're going to get some gold back. Rice on the Elephant Seal. It will sell for a profit now. Question is, do we look for chocolate or do we look for perks? I think looking for chocolate is the correct choice, as we find one and we get rewarded. Sauropod from level up? Unfortunate. What about this one though? Ho ho, ask and you shall receive. We can even freeze anglerfish, hopefully trying to get a Sauropod from the opponent, even though it's wishful thinking on turn 10. We can even freeze the pill, because if we give chili from the tar onto the Elephant Seal, it will result in some buffage, which I think we are going to be enjoying. We can even do something like this, because level 2 tar in battle giving the Elephant Seal chili, double boss, +4/+4 to everything, basically like a level 2 mammoth. And at this point, honestly, the question becomes, can we find the guys fast enough? Because as you can see, we're winning extremely dominantly. We're already at 7 wins. Our opponent turns out to not have a single Sauropod, which is unfortunate. We sell the Panther, even though it's done so good for us so far. Yeah, I think by Sauropod, Pill is going to actually generate this money, weirdly enough. We can unfreeze this guy now. Yep, get money, get stats. I might want to freeze the pancake until we find the third Sauropod, to be honest with you. Like, we're not dying for the stats, as we discussed. Even though a single perk will give us our gold back, basically. But I think it's just way better for us to do this. Now, buying the stuff will actually give us more money than we spent, curiously enough. Buying the pancakes, now we are up to 6 gold. A chocolate as well, probably on this guy. We have become a lot weaker on this turn though. No tar, no panther, but I don't think we need the extra strength. We just need some sauropods. Like 2 more sauropods, we're golden. We can even afford to lose for a bunch of rounds. I've really been wanting to do this like on camera live, but unfortunately it has to do just via a video like this. We lose. Mathematics are super bad for us, but we actually kind of enjoy that because we get to scale up some more. I think buying this pie on this turn is actually a pretty good thing. We get our gold back. Pancake, same deal. Croissant, I don't think I'll freeze croissant just yet. We're looking for chocolate, we're looking for Sauropod in shop. If we don't find anything, I'll be forced to take whatever perk I see in the shop right here. Do they have one? Poodle, shrimp, owl, octopus. Unfortunately not. We can do this, I suppose. Take this. This is the last trigger. I think we should take a melon on this turn, or rather a lemon. Freeze some perks, and turn. Stats have increased massively. Even on the hatching chick, it's on 1821. Which is the reason why we want to transition into the sauropods as soon as possible. Because look at this, now we have to sell this big scaling unit. But here we go, the 4th sauropod has been found and now we can just start spamming perks. We're making 2 gold per purchase. Absolutely amazing. If we find the chocolate, we'll be even happier because we get to reset the triggers on this, potentially finding a sauropod in the process. Lemon. Meatbone, I think I won't freeze just because we're at 8 wins. We're highly likely to win the upcoming turn as well. But now we find the 5 of a kind. My argument was going to be we need to take a chocolate for this guy in order to find the Sauropod to complete the 5 of a kind, but we just do it naturally, which you love to see. So we can include this guy next turn if all goes smoothly, which it should. As you can see, it's not even close. Turn 13, we have insane stats. This is what happens when you get an early elephant seal, to be honest. We can take a lemon on here. I think it's going to be more useful than any kind of stats. Then pancakes. Then we can take the, I guess, melon. Then another set of pancakes. 15 gold, down to 12 now. We can just start spamming perks at this point. Extra stats, extra stats. Very important to actually not miss the 5 of a kind. We can afford to buy this salt and get some final buffs. Because when we sell the elephant seal, we will have exactly 3 gold left over and buy the Sauropod to complete the 5 of a kind. Extremely fortunate as well that we ended up with multiple pieces of equipment. I think I'll put the melon up first in case they have a peanut. And yeah, by all means on turn 14 this should be winning. And if it doesn't, I'm pretty sure it's going to be winning on turn 15 as well. So let's end it. And yeah, I have extremely high hopes even though they remove all of our equipment. They just lack the stats. Level 2 Axolotl not nearly as strong as a level 2 Elephant Seal when you have 4 Sauropods to buff. Amazing 5 of a kind. This has to be one of my favorites. Extremely easy to achieve, extremely satisfying. You see the stats fly through the screen a lot. So I would highly recommend you go for it. But yeah, this is going to be the video for today. Very enjoyable 5 of a kind. If you did enjoy it, I really hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.